Welcome to game number 1 of the lower brackets here at ESL 1 Raleigh. Tundra versus PARIVISION. Sunsfan here with the Cindermeister. And
so he has a lot of repertoire based on how the early stage goes. Satanic actually in some serious trouble here.
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot of mana to speak of. 33 and Soxa teaming up, but slows there. 33, he's ending up dying first. That is first blood for Satanic, who lives and gets the kill.
That was a quite big commitment from PARIVISION, and it's going to cost them bottom on DM.
Oh yeah, Metamorphosis, nice torrent onto 2, but DM with that tag team cannot go anywhere. Uses the X, but just not to be. Crystallis trying to defend this for the time being.
Oh, with mid lane, they get a roar off on BZM.
Oh, BZM, dual breath applied as well. The refraction not going to be there. Gets taken out swiftly by no one, and Whitemon actually shows up to try to support. Gonna take a whip onto no one. But this looks to be likely another kill. Doesn't have much mana to speak of. There's TP coming in. The axes are there. Soxa actually healing him up a little bit, as PARIVISION might be getting turned around on a big whip coming out onto no one. And Whitemon and Soxa actually turn this around. 2 supports take out the mid laner of PARIVISION. Yeah, currently jungling. Not sure if they have the vision needed. Ward placed now. No one. Yeah, they're going to need more than just that, as 33 making his way over as well. So this is a 3 versus 1 essentially. Snowball, Ice Shards block in no one. Mass TPs again from PARIVISION. As the Wheel of Wonder used, he's trying to get to the other side. He's going to get bursted though in the end, but can they turn this around? Macropyre applied. Not a whole lot of damage though. 33 is going to be brought back into the boat. Looks to be a trade. Beastmaster for Sand King. BZM and the rest of Tundra now on the run. Soxa gonna go down to Satanic, although gets off the snowball to delay his inevitable death. So 2 for 1.
And it's also, Spotlight is kind of an interesting tool to have against Tinker, because he's often going to be in the tree line, and getting some sort of vision and information can be really valuable. The cast range of Spotlight is pretty damn high. It's 1500. It's one of the longest cast range spells in the entire game.
He's gonna get ganked. Snowball to stun him off. Has the Stone Gaze, gets it off. Gets the Ice Shards though from Soxa, kind of blocking him in with his own illusions. But the TPs from PARIVISION are coming. Whitemon will be the recipient of the X Torrent. Looks like Satanic will be fine on the outskirts as the Roar Reserve.
Big
Just for BZM. The Epicenter coming in from 33, deleting 9 class from the face of the earth. No one is next on the list. That's 3 dead for PARIVISION. And Satanic, he has no mana whatsoever. Do they have the catch? Knife is not going to hit. Trap does slow barely. 33. Can he get to the high ground? He does. Burrow Strike finds its target as BZM coming in for one more shot to take out the Medusa. 4 for nothing. Tundra taking firm control of the game now.
Radiant are scanning.
At this point, you need to outplay. I don't think you strategically, let's say if you like their draft a little bit more, whatever advantage they would have had is gone. So now it's about down to execution. Nice try from 33 on the X-Mark pullback.
Yeah,
mistimed it though.
In a lot of trouble though. Ghost Ship finds him.
Yeah.
And he pops the Crimson Guard, so he is mega tanky, but not going to get through that. As Satanic, he's going to be caught off guard. Has to use his ult again as 9 Class and Company still TPing to support. BZM comes in for a couple right clicks. Satanic gets the defense matrix with the Wheel of Wonder. Beautiful placement. Satanic crit down along with 9 classes. Ducalis onto the high ground. Getting chased. BZM with the big melt strike, 3 strikes afterwards, dead. So they lose 33 on the bottom of the map, but they get 3 in return.
And wasting.
In terms of itemization for Crystallis, let's see. He's got Dragonlance Manta. We'll be going for the Diffusal Blade, so we'll be seeing that counter to Medusa.
Yep. Makes sense. Pretty strong. 33 almost has a pipe, so that's going to be Pipe Crimson.
The jump in onto 9 class, he's just dead right in front of his tier 2 tower. And PARIVISION, they were looking to defend, but the silence comes out from the trap. It's going to be another one to come. Onto 2, Wheel of Wonder placement, beautiful! Onto 2 heroes, a double stun from Soxa. Down goes Medusa. This is disastrous for PARIVISION. DM, well, the Yules actually cancels his TP, so why not? Yet another kill for Tundra. And they're not even sweating, Cinder. Look at their HP bars. Nobody was touched.
Whitemon is so good at this hero. I don't know. He's hitting absolutely everything. He's hitting every dart. He's hitting every wheel. He's getting clutch Yules off. Just beautiful to watch. And that is going to lead into a straight high ground push here for Tundra. Should be at the bare minimum 1 lane.
Oh,
yeah. 2 heroes dead for 20 seconds. They push very fast. Desolator and Terrorblade in one team. Say goodbye to your real estate.
BZM wanting to look for more. But yeah, with these timers coming up, expect the full retreat, and they still have 2 minutes on the Aegis.
Yeah,
kind
honestly,
of crazy.
They could make another move. Metamorphosis is up in 15 seconds. They have Pipe and Crimson. You're prioritizing this area so much. But maybe you're just hoping, all right, we know we're behind. Tundra feel like they can do whatever they want, so they're probably just going to grab a Tormentor and go from there. Maybe they will not go here with the whole team. Maybe they'll go with like 3 heroes and
oh boy,
instead of trap.
They get the D ward.
Yeah.
They know that they know that they know. Onto the high ground, Tundra want to go. Tormentor is up.
Oh, Spotlight's
Spotlight
good
with
here.
an extra vision. Knife actually connects onto Ducalis. And the X will start things out for DM. Torrent not going to find a connection as BZM on the sideline deletes Ducalis in 2 hits. Wheel of Wonder onto the Medusa. Do they have the right-click damage? They're not even going to apply too much right now. They get their stun lock, though, with that snowball. Chrysalis, he's going to get roared. They need to get all the damage onto him from the Paravision side.
Crimson.
But the Pipe, Crimson, Force Staff. Chrysalis is fine. No one able to get the Nightfall away, but Satanic left alone, and that's your carry. Punched into the air. They're just going to call it. GG's. No one actually disconnects. That is a rough one from Paravision as Tundra take game 1 convincingly.
Damn. All right, well, gotta tell you, I was not expecting this to be 26 minutes.
Yeah.
That was a total beatdown in the mid-game. World class from Tundra, and again, for me, man of the match, Whitemon. What an insane Ringmaster performance, just putting on a complete show. Him as well as BZM, 11-1 and 6 on the TA.
Sven, I guess, maybe? I mean...
Ursa builds an earlier Basher than
Yeah.
PA does and lanes against Darkseer. But knowing Paravision, like, they do love their PA, I just think it would be way too slow.
Maybe the idea of the Lifestealer was, okay, they just last picked Dusa most likely carry? Is that...
Tend to go there.
No one playing the Pangolier. Another hero that's been lost in the shuffle for the most part. As we see the Lotus battle, of course, 9 class trying to try to force out a sentry. I guess they don't have one. They're just gonna wait it out, but they actually do get it. They get the stacks of the Quill Spray. A little fake out, I suppose, to 9 class. So still a couple heroes I want to talk about before action really gets rolling here. One is here, which is No One playing the Pango, going on top of BZM. Collis makes his way over, but not going to turn that into a kill unless 9 class. Uh-oh. He's got the 1 right click. Only level 2 right now, but the swashbuckle from No One finishes the job. Nice job from Paravision, actually forcing a TP from Soxa as well.
It's hard to say which chart is better here because the Bounty Hunter one is also very, very good, the Friendly Shadow.
Yeah, I was looking
There was
forward
no
to that.
bad outcome.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that one is, I mean, not that we see Bounty that often, but it feels like that shard's a bit underused. Especially when you get the talent, the Atos into the Gorgon's Grasp, into the Meteor Hammer, and the Wheel of Wonder. That is enough damage. Swash as well from No One. Big kill for Paravision.
That is such a cool gank.
Yeah.
Medusa Bounty Hunter ganking together. What year is it?
True.
Atos into Meteor Hammer, and as he's trying to zip away, the stun from Shadow Walk, and then comes the wheel. I feel like Tundra can do much about it.
And the question is, how much can they get out of this first Aegis? I feel like this one is a little bit more important than the past ones that we've seen, because it's all tempo-based with your position 1 Beastmaster. Soxa, Rolling Thunder, gonna stun lock him. He is out of mana with that Diffusal Blade. Ducalis and company with the track kill. More gold in Paravision's pocket.
And this is now only 1,000 gold away for No One from his Aghanim Scepter.
Still 3 minutes on this Aegis. I mean, what are the item timings that we're waiting for? You talked about the BKB for Satanic. He's 100 away from that.
Yep.
That might be what they're waiting for. The Gleipnir, I believe, is on the way as well for DM.
That's big.
And the Aghanim Scepter on Pango, 10 gold away. So this is a giant power spike for Paravision. The Avalanche is going to find DM, has the Stone Gaze. Try to make him force it. Better use it soon. He's out of mana. Close to it at least. We'll finally pop that ult in retreat mode. 33 is going to get the Surge onto Soxa. There's another Avatos back into the fray. They get the roar off as well, but the Wheel of Thunder providing so much space. The zip in from BZM wants to finish the job, but the box saves DM even longer. BZM, another zip. He's completely out of mana at this point. He's getting tracked, he's getting destroyed. Swashbuckle into the shield crash. No one saves DM. They've lost nobody. The Rolling Thunder now applied into the Meteor Hammer. That is going to be a dead Bristleback very shortly, and Whitemon completely surrounded. These track kills are adding up. Triple kill for no one, and they got no one for Tundra. They got nobody.
That's... No, actually, he's just going to have the Sanjin Yasha and then a Halberd. There's nothing big coming his way, really.
Yeah.
So at this point, you're kind of relying on finding some sort of big fight where you pipe Crimson that is now going to be complete soon. Well, I say that.
He gets opened up with the Avalanche.
Who's ganking who, really?
That is the question. As Satanic comes in with the Roar. Remember, he still has the Aegis, Wheel of Wonder. That is a dead Darkseer. Meteor on his freaking head as Whitemon surrounded again.
Another
And
track.
the Gleipnir. These are, yeah, this is where things get really crazy with the Bounty Hunter. Close to a 10K lead now for Paravision. They have gotten a lot out of this Aegis so far. They're going to get...
What do you buy?
Or do you just ignore him at this point?
I don't know. I think that's probably your best bet, but the problem is Medusa is always just going to stand in your face, right? Be super obnoxious.
Well, they forced him out of their triangle. That's step number one, I suppose. They will not give him a high five. Very rude. These teams hate each other, by the way, as DM. He gets the Gleipnir onto the Bristleback, but a bigger kill on the BZM is potentially happening right now. The Yules into the... Oh, the Avalanche not quite enough to save his comrade. They lose BZM in the end. That is a big death for Tundra again. As Satanic to pop the BKB, gonna delete the Tinker off the face of the map. He's gonna TP out the old Nightfall special. Oh, cancels it. All right.
What's
Nobody in the pit.
Nightfall? Daybreak.
Third.
Goes for the Daybreak play.
That's a good call.
Pango with a Blink Dagger and Backpack. You might want to swap that one in. All right, no one realizes he has another item. Trying to connect it. They are actually just chasing this all the way down for real.
Oh, the stun.
Stun again.
Still has Surge, but that's a double stun. 33 Yules up. Another kill, another track.
Damn.
More money for Paravision. 13K lead. And it's not stopping. They're TPing top. They want Crystallis. The Diffusal Blade really good against his hero as well. Tries to TP, but the Rolling Thunder forces him to cancel. And another track kill for Paravision. Man, oh man, this is a clinic. DM, they hit him twice and like, oh, I forgot. You're a Medusa, my bad. Be spotted by 9 class. The Tormentor, not sure the exact timing, shouldn't be too far away though. They got it relatively fast. And Satanic making his way, but the big zip from BZM. Not sure if he's even aware of this. Stun coming out of the Shadow Walk into the Roar, into the death again. And on the other side of the map, Gleipnir gonna set things up for no one to use the Rolling Thunder on top of the Bristleback. Crystallis pretty tanky as the Wheel of Wonder comes out as well. Soxa just can't do anything on this Tiny anymore. Everything being shut down. Crystallis does live, at least for now. Whitemon completely out of mana in the meantime. 33 comes in, wants to get the Vac wall. Has the Crimson Guard available to his disposal as Soxa buys back into the game. Toss back onto no one, but a nice box gonna keep no one safe for the time being. Gets a big crash off. That's a lot of damage mitigation coming his way. Whitemon deleted. No one does follow suit though. That's a trade that Crystallis will take. Crystallis though, kind of left to his own devices. He goes to the high ground, being chased. Knife not gonna hit. Looks like he'll find the distance this time. Tundra gets some sort of a trade here.
Oh, that's a sick blink. Oh my god. Under that pressure, getting that blink.
That was a Roar, and that's 33's deck. Okay, miscommunication from Tundra. As Soxa's stuck in the trees.
Oh,
he'll blink away.
9 class might just find him.
He'll blink into Bounty Hunter. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And he is, he's a goner as well. Satanic will want to take that for himself. Why not? Double kill for him. 5-0 and 7 for the position 1 Beastmaster. And objective base gaming for DM, focusing on the tier 2 now.
Simple life.
They're on the doorstep of their base.
BZM, not again.
BZM caught off guard and unlocked. They just have stuns for days.
I mean, this has got to be a Lane of Baron.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. 50 seconds, no Storm Spirit, no buyback whatsoever. It's 33. He is so tanky, but they still find the damage. Spotlight applied. Those illusions not going to last too long. As Satanic having a 1v1 battle in the meantime. Beater Hammer onto 2, but 33 will find the distance away. But again, a kill on the other side onto Chrysalis. That's your position 1 Bristle.
Yeah, it's just over.
GG's called. Second shellacking, but this time the other way as PARIVISION force a game 3.
Well, what's going on in this series? Both games like 26, 27 minutes. Just one stomp after the other. Let's hope for a closer game 3 because, I mean, these two games, they start out even for a little bit and then one team just crushes 10 minutes straight and doesn't look back. This time around, the bounty
hero, but he might actually be able to disrupt the team fight combo that Tundra has and basically make it so it's difficult for them to find their targets.
And a Morphling coming out last.
Okay, my gut feeling is that I like PARIVISION's draft more this game.
Okay.
And there's a couple of reasons for that, which I will get to in a minute, but first we'll let it sink in.
Uh-oh, Whitemon surrounded. Thunderclap from the Brewmaster. And that is going to be the death of him. 9 class actually gets the first blood, and that is a support Terror Blade.
Now that we let it sink in and PARIVISION got first blood, they now statistically have a higher chance of winning. So,
also destroy the illusions.
Yeah, that's 33.
Speaking of being destroyed, they want to give the kill to Satanic. He'll get it.
Take it with a side blade for the
in terms of going from lane to lane. Is that a strength for the hero?
Not in particular. I don't think there's 2 good ganking opportunities in this particular game. He's actually going to need to help him up here.
Level 5 right now. BZM has his boat at the ready. No primal split yet for our Brewmaster. Torrent will be there, and that's going to be the kill for Whitemon. In fact, it's 9 class.
He hits hard.
Tons of damage. Whitemon with that stapler staples his face, and finally, Tundra get a couple hero kills to go along with their 4 couriers. But I feel like we've seen it get reciprocated a lot, especially with the 14-minute wisdom, and it ends up not mattering as much, but getting those early levels earlier in the game would be pretty damn valuable. DM, primal split at the ready. As the Talisman of Evasion, we'll be going for the Radiance as BZM and Whitemon will run into no one, so they have the X. Torrent actually will hit, but we talked about the lack of damage, or the lack of CC, I should say. No one dodging the Echo Stomp at BZM now. Another courier, all right. Focus on the heroes, perhaps. The box onto Dupalis actually keeps him alive, and now we're going to see the first primal split of the game. Apply most of the pressure to Whitemon at the moment as Satanic will clean him up easily. They put BZM into the air. He is surrounded. 33 trying to help out, but not much he can do at this stage of the game. Whip misses, but DM still secures the double kill. And PARIVISION, I mean, that fight wasn't really close at all. Nope, stocks. All right. Little Piggy picks up the shield rune. Will it cost him his life? They burn through it pretty damn fast. That's 33 getting harassed by Satanic. It might be more than harassment now because he doesn't have Surge any longer. Disarm for the time being. Into the tree line. Vacuum to try to give him some space, but 33 gets deleted as Satanic gets the 9th kill for PARIVISION at the 10.5-minute mark.
Well, we didn't want 3 Stomp Shannon, but this early game is worrisome for the side of Tundra. It's only a 2 from the map, or doing nothing. It's better to farm than trying to gank Ember, I think, for the time being. If you want to kill this guy, you're going to need to itemize for it. Your spell's just not going to cut it at this level. Satanic, try to catch him with a Stomp. Nice side step, but they get the X.
They do, and the boat's coming to call us in the area, though. It's going to have the box at the ready. We'll use it. The Torrent is going to bring the box into the air as Satanic focusing on Whitemon for the time being is the ult from Mark. That's a beautiful Wheel of Wonder onto 2. Actually takes them out of the fight entirely. And this is all of Tundra coming, and they're doing nothing. There's no damage being applied, really. Satanic is super healthy. He gets brought back into the wall, though, from 33. That is a lot of damage. Stocks are being taken out. Finally, they get the TA. Sticking around too long. 9 class looks to be next on the list. So that's 2 kills for Tundra in this engagement. DM, he's going to continue his onslaught, though. He is very, very powerful. Gets off the primal split. Has the stun onto 33 with the cleave as the neutrals come in for the stun as well. As 33, 1 more stun. They have endless amounts, it seems. DM takes it with the Earth Brew. Does have another stun to work with, but he gets crit down. They killed off all the primal splits. And that's 4 dead on PARIVISION. Whitemon to the north. They know he's around here.
And 9 class is just scouting. Sending out the Conjure images. That's another part of this hero support that we didn't really talk about, but the vision. Yeah, another benefit. ET stomp once again.
Now one more.
Oh, Roshan bashed TA, so the stomp is actually going to hit.
They should be able to secure this before the next Echo Stomp is back, so for Tundra, nothing to be done. So Aegis will be secured for Satanic. It's BZM already using the Blade Mail to farm, and he is spotted. No one to call it.
They cancel the
Searing
recall.
Chains. Do they have the damage? It's very, very likely. There's nobody even remotely close for Tundra. They surround him. They will end up taking him out. No one gets credit for that. And now they have this Aegis for the next 4.5 minutes. Let's see how they want to apply it. And Satanic's just going to take the tier 2 basically by himself. BZM finally gets that Radiance.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
And
Oh,
with
they're
this
actually gonna
timer
try
on
to
the
engage
Aegis,
now.
DM onto the high ground he goes. This is a hard target. He gets Orchided before he can get the Primal Split off. The boat's coming along with the Earth Splitter. The box will save him. No, does not get his ult off in time. And with that, the retreat is there from PARIVISION. Do they have the catch on the Tundra side? Aegis down in 12 seconds. This would be incredible if they can find somebody. Ducalis in the tree line. Oh, not able to find a connection.
All the garbage that Tundra have.
Scanning.
Ignis, Vacuum, Wall, ET spells, X-Market. It's just a BKB game through and through.
Oh, is this a 5-man gate play?
They want the Tormy.
There's smoke, so the trap. Oh, there is a sentry there, though.
I think Sox has
see
showed
the
on it.
smoke.
The trap there, maybe.
Nobody's shown quite yet. Oh boy, the smokes are gonna pop though. No one gets the big Searing Chains on the two heroes. The Wheel of Wonder to follow. Looks like the Elder Titan's about to fall to start this fight. The Will-O-Wisp uses well, but actually Whitemon gets an Echo Stomp onto one. They've lost the Ringmaster to start this fight as 9 class gets burnt to a crisp by Crystallis. 33, burning really low, gets healed just at the last moment from Soxa. Will barely live through this engagement. That's 2 supports dead for PARIVISION and 1 for Tundra.
High ground advantage and all of those caudal heals plus the staggering of the damage with Ghost Ship did keep them alive. You saw the damage done there on the teamfight recap was basically even, but they couldn't really kill anyone except the ET. You just die on the spot and it's self-griefing. So,
Yeah, you can get cleaved by Tidebringer.
yeah,
for
cleaved
example.
by Tidebringer. Maybe you just run into an Illuminate or something. Or
Is he actually going to go for this? All
Dire's top tower is under attack.
he is already decided.
right, so if you go Armlet, do you go for the Pub Classic, which is the Shadow Blade and then the Dagon? Or is that too
No.
much? The triple whammy,
We'll see.
as we
Let's
like
see if
to
he
call it.
gets there.
Smoke from PARIVISION and try come from
Are scanning.
the side here.
Radiant's
No
bottom
one.
tower is under
They
attack.
have a little vision now on Crystallis. Shiva's this pop. They're going to focus on BZM to start. Searing Chains is there. The boat is coming, though. 9 class on the outskirts. Boat's only going to hit the illusions for now. The Primal Split available at the ready. Will-O-Wisp being very annoying to deal with.
DM
and he
canceling
actually
a split
takes
early.
off the Primal Split, so he goes back into his normal hero form. BZM gets bursted. Wheel of Wonder placed. Box is going to keep 1 alive as Ducalis getting super low. Double kill for Satanic. Crystallis is also going to town on this team. Satanic versus Crystallis down to 1v1. Whitemon.
Aegis advantage.
Very true. 2v1 in that case then.
Yep. He might
BKB
chase
just
here.
picked up by Crystallis.
Yeah, he
though.
will chase. Oh yeah,
Whitemon getting bursted. Triple kill for Satanic as they continue the onslaught here.
Uh-oh.
Crystallis on the run. Has the waveform in 2 seconds. And the Manta as well. Will Manta waveform to the low ground.
Can they catch him? No.
Probably
Got another
not.
waveform again because of the
Oh, he's going to
chopper
get
madness.
slowed and silenced. 9 class with the Thunder, though. Crystallis has to pop the BKB. The Nightfall away. They get the Will-O-Wisp. They force out the fresh BKB on Crystallis. Very interesting fight. Will it be the Armlet Carrier Degenerates or Tundra? BZM
Let's
Searing
go
Chain.
farming.
Roshan is up.
Well, they're kind of not farming right now, guys. This is the wrong time to chance it while they're doing Roche.
Roche. Gonna go down pretty soon to Crystallis. The Will-O-Wisp
Oh,
is
that's
using.
big damage.
Crystallis is really low. Pops the BKB, but he gets the Aegis. He gets the goodies inside. No one might have picked up something on the sideline, but BZM getting gone on in the team. Meantime, the 9 class gets destroyed by an Illuminate. Meanwhile, the Primal Split not really doing too much damage, and the rest of Tundra to get with that Aegis, and now they're just gonna group up and avoid any more shenanigans from the PARIVISION side.
DM. He has... Okay, he can get out.
Satanic trying to bait them in a bit. DM is going to go back into brew form. Looks like they might want to fight still. Remnant's coming out. There's the buyback on to the Terrorblade. A big Will-O-Wisp on 12. Actually, that's going to be even a bigger Wheel of Wonder. Chrysalis and company able to get out of dodge, though. The Will-O-Wisp, excellent placement from Soxa again. Chrysalis really low, gets the waveform onto the high ground, trying to get force step, but he's not able to get to the low ground at all. That's life number 1 for the Morphling. Whitemon with an attempted TP, not going to happen. Can this Morphling get away from all of these members of Paravision? Absolutely not. Waveform, not enough. Double kill for no one. And now the chase is on to BZM. 9 class with that armlet. Absolutely dismantling this Tundra team. They will be able to get a 4th kill onto the Paravision side, maybe in a full team up. As Soxa getting gone on by DM inside of his own base. The Will-O-Wisp used to no effect. Triple kill for no one. A full team wipe. And Tundra, they have 5 buybacks. How many can or will they use?
That Aghanim Scepter for no one pays its weight in gold in that situation. He chased down so many heroes, kept going forever. I believe he had a cheese from the Roche pit as well. I'm assuming he did expend it.
Oh, they actually, okay. They get 2 buybacks out of Tundra. They were poking a little bit at the tier 4s, but they will secure this bottom set of racks. BZM able to get the connection he wants with that X marks. I believe Paravision will walk away.
I'm not so sure about that. I've got my eyes on 9 class right now.
Yeah, true.
I'm telling you, he's gonna stay here.
Yeah, he's got that ninja gear.
Oh no.
I mean, do you think there's a point? It has not been effective, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there a point where somebody on the Tundra said, all right, we need a Lotus or we need a Lincoln, something to of that nature? Or is this not something you need to worry about?
I mean, I think just massive props to them for not getting caught by it, right?
Yeah.
It's so easy for us with the vision of both teams to laugh it off, but honestly, it's really, really hard to not get caught a single time by this from 9 class.
Okay, Vacuum onto the Brewmaster. They have a lot of damage. The Wheel of Wonder is going to completely miss, it looks like, if the Primal Split eventually goes off. They're trying to cleave it down with BZM. The Remnant's in now, as no one redirecting to the other side. That Aghanim Scepter is insane. Gets Fearing Phase onto 2 high ground. 9 class tries to go for it, but no! He's just going to get killed instead! No one with the BKB!
We were this He got fogged by a tree!
The tree is too strong for 9 class. Really unfortunate. DM kind of in a weird spot. Has the refresher if he really wants to use it, and he will try, but they have the damage. They take out the brew despite the refresher being used, and now that's going to be on cooldown. Tundra showing some signs of life. Taking advantage of that armlet Terrorblade build.
It must be time for the Aetherland next. Oh my god. Yeah, well, who exactly is going to hate you for this 9 class? Who are we talking to right now? Is it your fans, your teammates, or yourself?
That's true.
Oh.
Roche is up, and the armlet Terrorblade will not be up for 45 seconds, no buyback.
Mission failed.
DM does have a buyback and the Primal Split, as we saw. The Remnant inside the pit. They're actually going to go on